In this video, I'll summarize the origin of the name
Babocomari.
Babocomari.
And show you how these place names are pronounced and how they've changed through time. Now, some secondary sources suggested that this word is an Opata word, but instead it's consistent with the O'odham language. The river and the mountain range bearing these names, as well as the land grant and hacienda, are well within historical O'odham territory and far from Opata territory. This 1780s map shows the boundary between O'odham and Opata territory, but other historical data indicate this was a long-standing boundary. The word is an O'odham word, as Tony tells us in his dialect, which is most closely related to that of the Sobaipuri O'odham, who occupied this area historically.
Okay, you would say Wagomar, which means stony or cliff, flat. Gomar is flat, and Wak is stony or a cliff. Wagomar means stony or cliff, flat.
In Spanish, the W was pronounced as a B, and they sounded out the second word the best they could. The modern-day Mustang and Whetstone Mountains were once known together as the Babocomari, the Sierra del Babocomari, which is a Hispanicization of the O'odham name. This is the way local Spanish speakers still say the word.
Babocomari. Mi nombre es Jorge, trabajo en Círculo Z Ranch. Tengo 70 años trabajando aquí. 70. 50. 50 años. 70. Se dice Babocomari en español.
Sí.
En inglés se debía decir igual, es la misma palabra.
In 1780, Jerónimo de la Rocha y Figueroa provided this name on a map. He didn't distinguish between the Mustang and Whetstone Mountains, but instead included them as a single range. In the late Spanish or early Mexican period, the name began to change. At least a portion of the range was called Mestines, according to Burke, or perhaps Mesteño, which is Spanish for stray, wild, unbranded horse, that is, Mustang. These wild horses could have originated with the herds provided initially by Father Eusebio Francisco Kino in the 1690s to the local Sobaipuri O'odham residents so that they could raise herds of cattle and horses for the missions. They were then referenced as the Whetstone Mountains by English-speaking Americans because of the mineral navaculite that was mined there for use as whetstones. This designation included all of what are distinguished today as the Whetstone and the Mustang Mountains. Later, a portion of the southern end of that range was excluded from the Whetstones and became the Mustang Mountains. Gradually, the entire Mustangs, as we know them today, were differentiated as a distinct mountain range. The San Ignacio del Babocomari land grant and hacienda along the river was granted by the Mexican government in 1832 to the Elias family. With 15-foot-high adobe walls and towers on two corners, the hacienda was abandoned in 1849 owing to Apache attacks. During the 1850s, the hacienda was noted by A.B. Gray and was spelled Babocomari, both in the report and in the illustration. The drawing or lithograph was drafted by a member of the same expedition. Later, between 1866 and 1869, the hacienda became Camp Wallen. The cavalry base used the hacienda walls as a fortification, with the lower adobe walls used as a horse corral. The current landowning family has referenced the ranch as Babocomari for a couple of generations, as Ellen Williams has noted.
So as a young person, my grandfather, Frank Cullen Brophy, who founded the Babocomari Ranch,
named it the Babocomari, Babacomari, as a change to the Babocomari Creek, which is Babocamri. And that's what I was always told, that it's the Babocomari, not the Babocomari, which is the name of the creek. And I believe the Babocomari was an Indian name.
And why did he do this? Why did he make the name change?
I'm not really sure, other than just to have some, different ownership, because the Babocomari Creek not only passes through the Babocomari Ranch, but it passes through other land too. So I think he just wanted a little bit of difference there between the name of the creek and the name of the ranch, that it was his. And
when did this change occur, you think?
I believe it was from the time he bought it. And I think he bought it in 1936.
Interesting.
That's what I was told. I have other family members who are better historians than me, and they might know more about that. But that's what I was always led to believe or told. And my name is Ellen Williams. I am a direct descendant of Frank Colin Brophy. I am a granddaughter. So I'm fourth generation Arizonan, because his father immigrated from Ireland to Arizona, to Bisbee.
Archaeologists have long pronounced the word Babocomari to refer to the village site and the pottery.
An ancient pottery type known as Babocomari polychrome. The locals that live in the area, most of them say Babocomari, but when I called the ranch that is located fairly close to the ruin there, they said Babocomari, which really just confused me because I've always said Babocomari. So you might hear me saying both in the course of this video, and that's because, some people say one, some people say another, and I'm sure the natives have another completely different way to pronounce it.
So, in sum, this history of place name use accounts for the three ways that are common today of saying and spelling the name Babocomari, Babocomari, and Babocomari. The river today is spelled the way it was first recorded in 1780, which was a Hispanicization of the original O'odham word.